mind the gap between the train and the...
Whatever. Welcome to the Punkio Podcast, the show that brings you unsigned punk music, regular interviews, news, reviews, and more. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing. Let's jump straight in. Here's your host, Tim Marshall.
Hi all, so welcome to the Punkio Podcast, episode 12. So we've got Thomas Hawkins with us again today. So Tom, how are you, my friend? You alright?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm very well, very well. So, yeah, alright Christmas. It was a bit of Zoom-mas this year, obviously. So, yeah, very random one with the family.
What a Zoom-mas it was. I couldn't show off my jumper to the full effect.
I know.
I was really disappointed by that. Well, my family were disappointed in my clothing choices anyway.
Oh, well,
what's this jumper you're talking about? We've seen the podcast. What is it? Yes. And they're like, this is why you disappoint us. And
That's it,
like, wow, okay.
That's it, yeah. But yeah, so we've had a chat, peeps, and decided that Tom's going to be a regular co-host from now on, because, I loved him so much last week that, there we go. That's what's going on. We're doing a lot more new things next year. Tom will bring some ideas to the table, sponsors, what else are we doing? Well, we do some mini festivals, you name it. We'll do lots of stuff. So it's going to be an epic year for the Punkio Podcast. I mean, I'm amazed. We're on 120 subscribers already. So thank you massively to people that have subscribed. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the content that comes for years to come. And let's do this shit. Let's get on. There you go.
It's a true testament to yourself, mate. Honestly, it's a true testament. I'd just like to thank my mum for the 119 subscribers that she's done to the show since I've come on.
Brilliant. She's got 119 different channels.
How you managed to clone so many accounts, but it's in my heart, that is, and I appreciate it 100%.
Thanks, Tom's mum. There we go. Sweet. So yeah, did any music come out over the holidays? I don't think there was too much that came out.
I don't really know. I know a lot of people were releasing Christmas stuff. I was definitely working on a couple of groups, and a few people released some things. The one thing I didn't take notes of before I did this was the Swindon band that after we did our podcast, immediately posted going, "Hey, we're a band from Swindon." And I was like, "Tim, look, you're from Swindon." Brilliant.
Yeah, I felt when I was doing my list the other day, so I don't know if people saw, but I did a whole list of bands from each county in the UK. Fucking hell, that took ages, to like 5 hours, but I did it. And there was quite a few from Swindon, but my God, Bristol. Seriously, Bristol's the place to be for pop punk. I'm not even kidding.
It is. I mean, you've got the Louisiana down there. You've got the just gonna absolutely destroy all the names if I remember right. The Thekla as well is another great place you can go there. So you've got Louisiana. The Thekla. There used to be another place, a nightclub, where they did like metal and pop punk gigs down in Bristol as well. But there is a scene down there, in the southwest.
Well, I'm going to go get my notepad. I haven't got my notepad, so I'm just going to grab it. So yeah, here we go. So Bristol is seriously where it is. I mean, there's so many I had. Where are they all here? Bristol. So we had a band called Trashed, The Following Announcement, Montrose, Tuscans, Downcast UK, The Run Up. I mean, there's loads of them. Yeah, come on, get your music to me. Us.
Exactly. And then you've got London, of course, has got its own scene as well. I mean, London's just its own bloody entity.
Of course.
Punk and metal.
Yeah.
It's just like, where are you from? London. I'm like, right, we'll add that to the other bands from that area of the UK.
I know. I hate when it says on people's profiles, on their band's profiles, from South London. Where? Where in South London? Could be anywhere. You'd be like, oh, UK.
I'm so glad that's anywhere between the River Thames and probably Essex.
Exactly.
In fairness, my geography is that bad that probably Essex is North London, and I've completely messed it up.
It's not. Don't worry. It's south.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Yes, it's in the southeast. You're all right. Don't worry. You're all, you're all good in the hood.
The best part of London, because I lived there for 6 months. The southeast. Woo! Go SE16. Yeah. That's Canada Water for those that didn't know, and it's a great place. It's very quiet. That's why I liked it. It's not really got much of a scene down there. This is where I go off this podcast and there's a band that pops up on the groups going, "Hi, we're a pop punk band from Canada Water." And I'm like, "Tim, look, it's a band from Canada Water."
That's it. Yeah, wow. They've actually put where they're from.
Happening.
Yeah. I know. Come on, whoever the first one to do that, when I bring some clothing out, I'll give you a free T-shirt. The first band to do it. There you go. I tell you, or artist. So there you go. That's something to get you subscribing. Yeah.
I have to admit, we've got to talk about our merch. I think you're repping Two Eyes Open. I absolutely love it.
Yeah,
so awesome.
really good band or artist, I should say. Good old Dustin, really good mate. I mean, I've been with him since the beginning of him starting out, and he sent me his first couple of songs that he wrote. Well, he wrote them a few years ago, but his first couple of songs he put together back in March. And yeah, I've been with him since. And I said to him at the beginning, I said, dude, you need to do this. I just love it. Absolutely, such amazing voice and such amazing music. So yeah, he's gonna go do big things. That guy.
I'm sure he will, and it's such a great name as well. Two Eyes Open. There's a lot of bands out there that kind of I've seen them like overcomplicate names, but the one really like stick are just very simplistic, very easy to like 3 words as such. I think 3 to 4 words as a band name is always really good, in particular with like pop punk and metal. So all the band names I can think of are either like 1 word, 2 word, or 3 words. Because once it gets past that, you're a little bit like, okay, that's a little bit too much for me to remember for some reason.
Definitely,
and it's not as catchy. And also, it fits really nicely on a t-shirt, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I love this. It's a really cool one. So it's if you can see it. So he's playing the keyboard, but he's made it look like it's kind of a old computer game, arcade game as well. So I think that's really cool. So yeah. Good work there, Dustin. He didn't design it himself, obviously. He got someone else to do it, but I think that was his idea. So, yeah, love it. Really good. But there we go.
Good work, Dustin's designer. Well done. I like it.
Yes, indeed. Well done.
That. And I mean, since the last podcast, I was like, you know what? I'm repping a lot of stuff. So I came repping a hoodie I got over Christmas. This is my tickets to my Downfall hoodie with a Machine Gun Kelly kind of drooped over the top. Because what else screams pop punk than a guy that got kicked out of rap in some people's opinions?
Exactly. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. And what I love about this is like everyone's got like an iconic thing in pop punk, right? And his is this pink guitar. It's there, it's bold, it's loud, it's in all these videos. And it's something that I go, that's MGK. That's what I look at when it's MGK. It's that pink bold guitar and him pulling some sick riffs because he can really play. That was the one thing that surprises me. He's absolutely incredible. I'm not going to use this podcast to bang on about my love for MGK. Otherwise, it'd be the Punkio Podcast followed by Tom's love for MGK and other bands that may sound a little bit like MG. It rolls too far.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to do a get to know meet the team. What I did the other day for you now. So
I'm looking forward to it. It's just going to be love MGK. Hey, things that aren't MGK. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh dear. Foods that MGK love. Yeah.
I am not a fan yet. Fans get tattoos. I may get a tattoo of MGK. I mean, I'm going to hold myself to this. In like a year's time, I'll probably have somewhere on here like a ticket to my Downfall tattoo.
Probably, yeah.
My mates will be like, did you really get that? And I'm like, well, it joins the other musical tattoos that I'm probably going to get soon sometime.
There we go. I'm getting warm already, I tell you. Taking this off. Whatever. So, yeah, I'll tell you what. We're going to jump into the first song because otherwise we'll keep chatting and we won't have time to go through all of them. It'll be a nearly 2-hour podcast again. So here we go. Here's Early Work. They're a 4-piece alt pop punk band from Canada. They did have the name of the place, but I couldn't say it. So just Canada. So Early Work and Drink. Here we go. Let's jump straight into it. Do it.
I drink to feel the buzz, self-harming just because it feels good to be outside. I drink to feel the buzz, the soul up in my blood. It feels good in the inside. 1 foot, 2 feet in the snow. Second foot, 2 feet next to go. Cut my legs and drown my
guy's vocals. His vocal range is incredible. He's got that rasp, and as you say, it's just different.
It is. What I was going to say before we kicked off was like we were banging on about bands putting London in there, and we're like, here's this band from Canada.
This is true. Well, I'll look them up, but I don't know if I can say the name very well. It's a really hard name to say. So hang on, where's the about section? Kelowna, I think. Kelowna. So I'm probably completely wrong, but yeah, Kelowna-based alt pop punk band.
Edit. I think what you should do, just edit in you just saying it like as Google Translate, be like, and be like, anyway, just completely carry on.
That's it. Yeah, do that, definitely.
But yeah, I really liked it. It's the raspiness. It is that raspiness. It was like, yeah, it's so. I can't think of many bands that sound like it, so I put down a couple: Architects, Medina Lake, Of Mice and Men. You had one as well, didn't you?
Yeah, so I thought they sounded like kind of another unknown band called Fluorescence. So they've got kind of the same. The Fluorescence guy hasn't got the same kind of voice, but the style of music and in a sense the voice is quite similar. But yeah, I don't know if I'd go as far as Architects. I think they're a bit too heavy, and we'll talk about them in a bit because I'm excited for that. But yeah, so I think they're kind of yes, I definitely get where you're getting from Architects, as in the quieter parts.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely getting more Medina Lake, I think, from your ideas.
I think Medina Lake was probably the closest I could come, but it's such a great catchy song, and it's really punchy. It really hits you, and you're like, yeah, I'm hooked on this. This is a really, really like good hooking track to like start the podcast off. I definitely think it's certainly one of my favorites, and I added it really early on after listening to it into my playlist, and I've regularly listened to it. So really, really credit where credit's due. It's a banger, and I think they've kind of created in my music library a niche just for them, because I went through the songs I listened to, and I was like, I just can't find something that hits what he's going for bang on. And I like that. It's a good niche to have. So,
definitely is. Yeah, totally agree with that. But yeah, I say I'm sure I'll get them on the podcast in the future, because I'd love to get most of the bands on that we play. To be honest, I mean, one band I really want to get on is a band called College Radio, who we're playing today, because they're just damn nice guys. I chat to quite a few of them on the groups, and yeah, they seem like genuine guys, and yeah. There you go. But yeah,
I'm really looking forward to talking about them, because they are the song that we're playing on this, or you're playing on this one. It's just so addictive, and it's so good to have.
Yeah.
And you just kind of feel really happy and really smiley, and it for me, I talk about nostalgia and bringing pop punk back to the roots and such. And there's a couple of the songs on today actually, which I think really do that, and they are one of them, because it's just like, I want to get up, I want to dance, I want to scream this, I want to just feel the energy that comes off of these guys. And that's what I love about the genre, right? It's all about the energy. It's all about, I use the word vibe quite a lot, but it's all about the vibe.
Yeah, no, definitely, 100%. And yeah, I mean, you can say what we're playing now, because you're a co-host, so it's fine.
What we're playing, it's going to take some time to get used to. So what we're playing, but Tim's secretly editing it. And
yeah, I'm the producer and everything. He just sits there and talks.
I just wear hoodies occasionally from different bands. The only two I've got currently are this one and Tea of Break. So, and I did have an As December Falls hoodie, but it's somehow in the world of the UK. I think I left it at someone's house, and I've just kind of gone, well, it's there now, they can have it.
Yes, whatever.
Black hoodie design.
There we go.
I think that's another thing actually though, merch, just banging on about that. There's so many people that in terms of bands go for the similar styles of merch, which is that black hoodie, logo, bigger logo on the back. I'd love to see some bands like what Two Eyes Open have done, just like really take their own style. I'd also like to see more grey hoodies out there, because I think grey is a great colour for a hoodie. So calling all bands out there, if you're thinking about merch, grey is the new black, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well,
And also, what I like about some bands is the sleeve art. It's the different things. It's like sleeve art or hoodie art or something that goes, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I want to nick that hoodie. As in,
Definitely.
like, your girlfriend wants to nick that hoodie kind of thing. People want to wear it because it looks fashionable.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, what were you saying anyway?
Yeah, so I've got some seriously great ideas for some hoodies and t-shirts and stuff. I've got a couple of artists that I work with. So 3 actually I've got on the kind of books, as I say. Obviously I'll let you know about them because you're my partner in crime now. So yeah, some really cool ideas, and one of the best ones is so my idea was an old man crowd surfing with his Zimmer frame. So I'm getting someone to design that. He's very busy over Christmas, so it will take a bit of time to come. But yeah, I can't wait for that. I really can't. But yeah, I don't know if I showed you the astronaut one that I'm thinking of. I'm not sure if I have.
Yeah, I've seen the astronaut one. I really like that. That's proper.
Yeah.
I don't know why it screams pop punk. It's just like astronaut with a skateboard. Yes, these are things that are pop punky.
I think you can do anything with a skateboard and make it pop punk. So we'll just do a whole line of things on skateboards.
Crowd be like, yes, this is what pop punk is all about. This whole image here.
That's it. Yeah. But there we go. So yeah, I'm excited. It's getting dark again.
There's so many different ways of doing things. Yeah.
Let's put a light on. See if it's too bright.
Might be a bit bright. Go for it, mate.
Oh.
Oh, jeez, it is a bit bright.
Jesus. There we go. Oh God, it's breaking. Let's do.
First it was the bulbs, and now it's the actual lights. Next week,
it's a bit better.
The ceiling coming
there we
through.
go. It's fine. It's a bit better. It's a bit bright in here now. It's fine. We keep doing this. They're gonna love us.
If you're listening to this, just be like, stop with this is some serious promotion here. All right.
I know, right? Sorry, for me, that was a song of the year. I love that song. I'm surprised it wasn't higher in my playlist because I played it all the flipping time.
Oh, yeah, I bang on about it just because they are so good, and they got a shout out on BBC introducing Essex recently.
Yeah.
As a kind of band to look out in 2021, and I was like, they're the band to look out in 2020. Like, what are you saying, BBC introducing Essex? I know.
Where are they from? They're from Essex.
They're an Essex band. Yeah, they're an Essex band, I believe. This is where I completely got their origins wrong, but all I know is they're a London band.
Yeah.
So they're proper good, but he's got Brad's vocals are really Enter Shikari, proper London style
defo
vocals, which it really works.
Yeah.
So yeah. Speaking of music, what have you been listening to this week? Because I've got a couple of songs that I've been listening to that just kind of pop up as regulars that I didn't really touch on. So I've got stuff by The Fame, I've got Natives, Cartel. Cute Is What We Aim For was another one that popped up this week as being one of the songs I thought I'd note down.
Yeah.
So yeah, some interesting choice of bands.
Yeah, for me, it's been the bands on this podcast, actually. I've listened to quite a few of that. And obviously doing my England punk scene stuff this week, it's all been about England pop punk and punk rock and punk and whatever you want to name it. Yeah, it's all been about that. So I've only got 1,000. So what do we got?
Jeez.
So Autumn Fires, Picture the Scene, Hightail, Get Your Head Straight, Few Too Many, who were on the podcast in January. Before They Hanged, who absolutely love them guys. They're from Derby. They're more like punk than anything.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Current Affairs. So a guy that's written a book actually about his depression and stuff when he did it, when he had it a few years back, and he's sending me over a book to have a read of. So that'd be really cool to get going. And yeah, we'll see if we can get a book over to you as well, and we can have a chat about it.
I'm looking forward to it. No, I'm looking forward to it. Did you mention, was it A Few Too Many you said?
Yeah.
So that's Someday, isn't it? So that song, if I remember right. So yeah, if I think it's right, I've got A Few Too Many anyway. If maybe it's
Someday.
Name or
Yeah.
Someday. From what I saw on the scene, they just absolutely exploded. Like it's just become this huge song. I listened to it and I did message them and I was like, guys, this is an absolute tune.
Yeah.
I say this quite a lot, but I just can't describe how good it makes you feel. And it's just really good riffs, really strong vocals, really catchy to listen to. A chorus in particular, I absolutely love. I think it's a really, really nicely worked chorus.
Definitely.
And the harmonies with the way they break up, they go like, but we're not getting better.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Like I'm bastarding the lyrics a little bit there, but it's so good. It's just the long carries of those notes. It just makes you like go, yeah, none of this is actually insanely good.
It is. I love it.
Yeah. And yeah, I will hopefully try my absolute best to be there for that one, because they are a band that I am really, really into at the moment. I definitely see them taking off as well.
Definitely, yeah. Well, message all the bands you've got and say we'll try and book out the year.
Hello, is that Neck Deep? Neck Deep?
I'd rather not get them on.
Remember?
No, let's not
Machine
get Neck
Gun
Deep
Kelly,
on.
listen, I know you blocked my last 3 numbers, but this time, please.
Oh dear, yeah. I tell you, this time next year we'll be on 1,000 subscribers. If we're not, I will eat this T-shirt.
I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe not some of the T-shirt.
Okay, yeah, not this one. I'll eat another one. I'll eat this. I'll eat this. Yeah. That'd be a very furry one.
Tune in for when Tim unfortunately has to go to hospital after eating a T-shirt.
Oh.
Please, for his sake, I'm not ready to be the full host whilst he's in hospital recovering from eating a T-shirt.
Yeah. All right, I won't eat your T-shirt. I'll eat something smaller. There you go. But yeah.
Should we crack on and do the next one? Because I'm properly stoked for these guys. I think the artwork these guys bring are absolutely fantastic.
Come on, and how do you say the name? Because I'm not 100% sure.
You're putting me on the spot here, Tim. You're putting me on the spot here. I'm going to say it's per se.
That's what I thought.
Per se. Or per se. Maybe it's
Per se.
Once again, insert the edit here on how to say their name.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll just ask him. I'll apologise. I'm sure we got it right out of one of those two, so it's fine. So there we go. Go on. I'll let you introduce it. So go on. They're from Staten Island in New York, by the way, as well.
I like it. So yeah, this is per se, Failed to Sing. It's a really awesome band, and I don't really know how to introduce. I'll work on that.
That's fine. It's per se, Failed to Sink. Let's go.
Whatever
for me, I was getting. I've forgotten already. Who did I say? Oh dear.
Hot Mulligan or something like that.
Hot Mulligan, that's the name. Yeah, so they're definitely picking up in the scene. They say they keep popping up on the Pop Punk Kids group quite a lot. So yeah, and I've had to listen to them. It's very similar kind of style to that. But go on, what did you have to say?
I the only one, because really I haven't listened to Hot Mulligan. I was really struggling to align them to a band. The only one I could think of was Moose Blood. The only one that I could really see was Moose Blood. Reason being, like, early stuff like Bukowski.
Yeah.
I heard some stuff in there. But the accent, the kind of New York accent, where they dragged out the notes and the accent came through, I really like it. The only thing I would have said is, at the start, there's this kind of mismatch, in my opinion, between the vocals and the tune, which kind of sorts itself out through the mid part and the end part. So there's more of a defined vocals and defined music. And I'm like, oh, because it doesn't grip me, and then it grips me. Like mid part, that chorus really does get me in, but a little bit at the start, where I was like, if they could have just either lowered down the volume of the backing music, just upped his vocals slightly, and getting that better definition, I think that would have absolutely sold me as a really good song.
Definitely. All right, what did Stewie have to say about that?
Oh God, yeah. So for those that are not familiar, as part of lockdown, I got really, really bored, and I started doing impressions. And one of them that has become quite, I wouldn't say influential or pivotal, is I can do a Stewie Griffin impression, so called. And yeah, thank you for calling that one out there, Tim. I was not prepared.
You're welcome.
So yeah, as part of the metalcore and deathcore group, it's just this idea of being like, well, okay, let's see what happens. And it started off on Call of Duty, and then from there it's just taken legs, really, where I now just like cover songs as Stewie. I was jamming with my new roommate yesterday on the guitar, and what were we singing? I think it was something like Slipknot Duality as an acoustic, and she was like, "Can you do this as Stewie?" And I'm like, "Of course I can." I push my fingers into my eyes. It's the only thing that slowly stops the edge, but it's beautiful. And like, as soon as you forget the lyrics, I have this amazing ability, in my opinion, to like completely continue the narrative. So like halfway through, I was like, "It's the Pegasus. I'm not gonna." Oh God, what's it? Brian, hit me, Brian. Come on, I'm on a podcast. They want to know what the lyrics are, Brian. Rupert, you got anything? Fatman, you, Chris? I don't want to ask Meg, no. So baby, we're gonna be the one that saves me, and after all, you're my wonder wool. I think they didn't notice that at all, did they? No. Completely did not notice that. I thought, Rupert, what you thought? Yeah, I also thought great transition. What was that? Get your mind out the gutter. Yes, so that's what happens. It just becomes really strange.
Genius.
The weirdest part of all of that was it just came off by chance, and I don't know how it's happened. I used to watch quite a lot of Family Guy when I was in uni, and I'm a huge fan of Seth MacFarlane's work, and I absolutely love Stewie. I think Stewie's character and everything about his perspective is really funny. Yeah. He's a baby that wants to take over the world. Is slightly camp, has a really weird obsession with a teddy, has a very, very, very like a very, very, very expressionate imagination, shall we say?
Yes.
And it's just become a little bit more of like this kind of Stewie Griffin show in later years, which is what I really like.
Brilliant.
There's just such a great dynamic. It's the only one I can really do in the show. I used to be able to do the kind of Herbert voice, but it's not as good because, you know, it's got to have like a little bit of a whisper in there, you know. Like, what's going on in my pants? It's like 6 more weeks of winter. Like that. It's really difficult to get it like that.
Yeah.
But Stewie's just so easy because I could just flip in and out of Stewie. I can do Stewie doing a Trump. I can be, you know, we're going to build a wall. The wall is going to be made out of Lego. It's going to stop everyone from getting in and out of my Lego fort. I am amazing. I have done everything I ever wanted. Melania, please love me. You know, that kind of thing, as Stewie being a Trump. And that, I don't understand how I can just end up doing that, but it's something that's gone off on a random tangent and kept me sane through lockdown, or at least occupied, should we say?
Yeah.
But I guess Stewie wants to know from Pennywise. I think Pennywise really should come out on this podcast as well if you call me out. I think
I've got to try and get into it though. So it's kind of like,
hey, Georgie, want a balloon? So yeah, I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown. I like that track you did, very good. And yes, I'm trying like someone else here as well, and I can't think who. But Scooby-Doo. Yeah. But yeah.
Scooby-Doo, where are you? Here.
Over here. There you go. But yeah, I'll tell you, our Halloween episode next year is going to be great. Oh dear.
Oh gosh. Oh. You know what? I'm going to try and introduce the next track as Stewie and absolutely fail dramatically, but I still think it would be great fun.
Right, so they're from San Diego, US as well, so go.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So introducing from Quahog, Rhode Island, we have Taking on Water and Never Too Old. I personally don't believe you can ever be too old. In fact, my mental age is 75. So yes, Never Too Old, Taking on Water. Enjoy. Hit it, Tim. Ooh, yeah.
Till my lungs gave out.
Yeah. To me, that is old school NoFX, straight down to the T, and that is punk. There's no other definition for that. Just melodic punk, just genius. I love it.
Nostalgia. That is what I feel like. It is. If anyone goes, what is punk? Punk is the kind of music that you stick on in the car, and your mother, who's in the passenger seat, goes, this sounds, I don't like this. And I'm like, yeah, of course you don't, because it's punk and it's against things, and that's what punk's all about. And this is what it's like. This is what I love about it. It just is, in a way, not aggressive, but in also a way aggressive. People like, I don't like this. I'm really standoffish to it. It feels rebellious. It's designed to feel rebellious, and that's what I love about this song. It's just really like old school get a guitar out. I'm really frustrated at the world. Let's
Definitely.
strum some notes and make some lyrics. And that,
Definitely.
and yeah, I got early Sum 41 yellow card, not just because of the vocals, but because of that rebellious feeling that it gave me. More Sum
Definitely.
41 than the yellow card for sure.
Yeah, for me as well, Anti-Flag I got from that. So they've got to be the most rebellious band, I think, apart from Sex Pistols, obviously. I think in our lifetime, Anti-Flag are the most politically incorrect band on the planet, but who gives a shit? They're flipping awesome, and their music's great. So there we go.
I always think of it, whenever it gets to like bands that are politically motivated, for me it's Rise Against and Give It All. That's it. That's one of those songs where I'm like, this is politically motivated. Then straight, like, graffitiing things and being all this all shouting and scream. Also came from a car game, I think, that one. And it's still one of my favorite songs to this day because it's rebellious, right? It is. Yeah. I am gonna get some boxing gloves on and hit a boxing bag because this song makes me feel pumped, kind of thing. Exactly. And in a way, this is what this one does too.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I must have so much rage in me this year though because I'm listening to a lot of metalcore. And I've never listened to it before, really. I mean, yes, I was aware of kind of Architects and Bring Me the Horizon, that, but Bring Me the Horizon, I hated them when I was younger. Like, I hated their old stuff. I couldn't listen to it just because I'm not a massive fan of the kind of full heavy metal screaming. I'm more of a fan of the kind of transitional, I don't know if you want to call transitional metal, I guess, in a sense, with the transitional vocals and the bit of screaming, but the kind of tuneful screaming, if that's possible.
Yeah, I know. I completely get you, and I think Animals by Architects almost summarizes that kind of the bridge where it's the whisper and then it goes into the chorus, and I'm like, that is that kind of transitional metal screamo. And I think you've got songs like While She Sleeps, when they teamed up with all these guys, and they did what's it called? I'll remember the name later on in this podcast, I'm sure. But that was an absolutely big tune, and they did the same thing in that with this kind of transitional period where they were speaking vocals, and then of course you had Ollie that was just coming back in to start screaming and things like that. I'm now gonna have to find it. Gosh, this is making me really frustrated because it was one of my favorite songs, and I'm really upset the fact that I can't remember the name. While She Sleeps, and it is Silent Speaks. That's what it is. Silent
That's a good
Speaks.
track. Yeah.
And I think the other thing with that kind of that niche within music is the use of instruments to create power. So whereas you can have screaming, there is this use of either a very, very strong guitar riff or very strong sound that brings the energy through. So I think Bring Me the Horizon, That's the Spirit, you summarizes really well with stuff like Throne, Avalanche, Drown in particular, with the kind of vocal, the backing vocal.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean by that, it's that kind of like, and it makes you feel something, and it galvanizes you inside. While She Sleeps and Silent Speaks does that with this incredible guitar riff.
Yeah,
and
I love
something
them.
where volumes up to full, and you're just like, oh yeah. And same with Architects as well, with Animals. I was just trying to think. I had one that no, that was an Eden song. It wasn't necessarily metal, but Eden, one of my favorite artists. If you've listened to the last episode, which I recommend you do, he has an album called Vertigo. It was his first album that he produced, and there's a song in there called Icarus, and it's about 6 minutes long. But near the end of Icarus, it does the same thing as While She Sleeps and Silent Speaks. It's got this really nice build up, and then it just absolutely drops heavy and volume again up to max, and it's immediately like you're surrounded by bass and power. So I appreciate when songs do that, either with the screams or with that kind of brings something in. I think it's like called a crescendo, right? Maybe.
Well, is it Animals? I think the song finishes and then it just goes doo, 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 doo. Again. I'm like, oh my god, yes. There's more of it. I'm like, don't stop. So good.
I completely agree. There's so many out there, and that's what I like. Where there's something that kind of hooks you in. I was listening to Can't Say No, and one of the ways that I can identify it, at the start they've got a really, really good guitar riff, and it's just very, very simple. It's like and it makes you like, it's almost like, oh, this is kind of good, and then the vocals are a complete opposite of Welsh. Very happy, no screaming really. It's very pop punk, but it's always got that backing track, that little like riff to it, and you're like, this is Natives. This is Can't Say No, and you just like go,
Definitely.
this is filling me with some good nostalgia. And I think Saints of the Sinners is another one I'd pick up because of that reason. They use the kind of drop thing at the start to really hook you in, because it's like the talking, and it's like, it's very a cappella, very nice. And it's very nice, and then it's just like bang, hit you in the face with King Thunder, and you're like, damn, I was taken back by this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they blew my mind when I've heard of Architects obviously when I was younger, but their latest stuff literally blew me off my fucking chair. I'm not even kidding. I just loved it. It was so good. Their new album is out 26th of Feb, and flipping out, I can't wait. Apparently, anyway, that's what has been said on online and stuff.
On the grapevines, yeah.
On the grapevine,
My friend watched the live version, and he was like, it was just incredible. He was banging on about it again and again and again. He was like, this is just absolutely incredible. He's such a huge Architects fan. I was like, man, I'm so glad to hear that. But
I mean, obviously they are different now than what they used to be, of course, because they lost pretty much the main man in the band. Rest in peace. But yeah, I mean, they've definitely changed as an artist. I mean, loved them when I mean, listened to all their albums now, and I loved them back in the day, and I love them now. I don't know what I prefer actually, because I love the old style, but I love the new style also. And yeah, they're definitely on the way to being one of my favourite bands, I think. There's another band called Deadlines.
I don't know. So, I've heard of these guys. I've heard of Deadlines. I've heard the name Deadlines come up, but I just can't think of why I've heard them.
Yeah, they're really good. Maybe on my playlist, if you've played the Metalcore Obsession one.
May have been.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. That's got to be it. There's just a couple of others that I'm just trying to think of as well that came to mind when you were talking about Architects and all that kind of stuff. Have you heard anything by Andy Black, by the way? Former lead singer or still lead singer of Black Veil Brides?
I don't think I've actually, no. I mean, I know Black Veil Brides, obviously.
We Don't Have to Dance. It is a very anti-metal... Well, it's designed to be a very anti-metal song in metal. And his vocals are incredible. Of course, you know it's him because you listen to stuff like Fallen Angels and you're like, yep, that is him. That is Andy Black, right? And it's one of my favourite songs because, stupidly enough, it's catchy. So you end up dancing to We Don't Have to Dance. You're like, now I feel like an oxymoron.
Yeah, I say, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll jump into another one. So this is another punk band. So they're a three-piece punk band from Calgary in Canada. They're called the Galacticas, and the song is called Gaining Ground. So here we go, Galacticas and Gaining Ground.
Galaxy of measured thoughts, lost in space or just beyond the sunrise.
Bowling for Soup.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just like, Bowling for Soup. As soon as I heard this, I was like, that isn't, no, it's not. It's bang on Bowling for Soup. I've never heard anything that's like kind of unique and yet so much like so much complimenting another band.
Definitely. Well, I think as well, SR71. So obviously the Bowling for Soup 1985 is a cover of an SR71 song. If you didn't know that already, peeps. So there we go. You've learned something new today. So yeah, definitely getting those vibes as well. Obviously, Bowling for Soup got those vibes from SR71, but there's certain elements in it where it's more SR71 than it is Bowling for Soup. I mean, there's a bit where it drops, and that is just... I thought it was Bowling for Soup. So...
It's the chorus. I thought it was Jared singing it. I genuinely, like, at one point, I was like, no, this can't be. But if someone went to me when this is Bowling for Soup's new song, I would have been like, yeah, okay, I can get down to this actually. And I think that's a huge testament to the guys on this song. It's like it just draws back so much nostalgia, and yet it's unique to them, right? Definitely. So it's a little bit of SR71, a little bit of Bowling for Soup, and it's a little bit of them, and that's what I love. And also the artwork is incredible for this one. I think it's really good artwork.
It is, yeah, definitely kudos to the artist for that, because it's definitely eye-catching, must say.
And that's what you want. I think that's another thing that's really awesome about some of the scene. You've got so much awesome artwork with bands, and then you've also got bands that now putting their videos over stuff on Spotify, so you can actually feel what the artist is trying to get from it. And I do like that. And yeah, one of my popular, definitely this song is one of the ones I will enjoy for Yonders to come. I think it's just such a good song, right?
Definitely, it really is. I'll tell you what, I'm going to jump straight into the next one, and this one we chatted about before. So they are a band called College Radio, and for me, one of the artists of the year. I absolutely love them. They're so good. They're so small on Spotify, and I don't get it. Because they're some damn seriously good hard-hitting pop punk band. So they're from Seattle, US. So here's College Radio, and I Used to Get Messed Up. Let's go.
I used to get messed up till I could barely breathe. I used to get messed up until I couldn't speak. Used to get messed up like you would not believe. I used to get messed up. I used to get messed up. I used to stay out late when I could stay awake. Don't know how I got home when I could not see straight. I used to get so sick, maybe I'd imagined it. It doesn't really matter anyway. Hey! It gets so hard to explain, so I just say I used to get messed up till I could barely breathe. I used to get messed up until I couldn't speak. Used to get messed up like you would not believe. I used to get messed up. I used to get messed up. Hey! Wanted to call you up, tell you I'm doing fine. I haven't talked to you, but feel like such long time. Sometimes I think that all we had in common is we both believe in the same lies. It gets so hard to explain, so I just say I used to get messed up till I could barely breathe. I used to get messed up until I couldn't speak. Used to get messed up like you would not believe. I used to get messed up. I used to get messed up.
But I thought that you thought that I did something weird.
Now that I look back, you probably didn't even notice me. I used to get messed up till I could barely breathe. I used to get messed up until I couldn't speak. Used to get messed up like you would not believe. I used to get messed up. I used to get messed up. I used to get messed up until I couldn't sing. I used to get messed up till it was everything. I used to get messed up a lot worse than you think. I used to get messed up. I used to get messed up.
I love that. It's so damn good. So yeah, just 100% old school pop punk that is. And we both totally
in my head.
Yeah,
It's so catchy.
I used to get messed up until I can barely breathe. I used to get messed up. Oh yes, so good.
It's so good. I love it. As I was saying before, you need something catchy. You need something rebellious. You need something that has a cool riff to it. And he just nails that. It's just like, I'm in. And then it's the guitar riff. It's like, and Edgar comes out heavy for that. It's just like, "Grr!" I love it. I really love it. And I'm so surprised when you're like, they've only got only 574 listeners. And I'm like, what? How is more people not talking about these guys? They are fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna.
X.
Yeah, these guys are guaranteed on the podcast because for me they need to be bigger. They are just epic. They're better than some of the bands in the scene at the moment. So much better. I mean, I love Knuckle Puck, but they're better than Knuckle Puck, in my opinion. They're better than Neck Deep. They're better than all these bands, and they need to be bigger. Come on.
Whoa, man. That's some big things to be saying.
I know. Controversial shit.
It is controversial indeed.
But yeah. But yeah, just saying again, they're just damn nice guys, and I want to talk to them. I just want to get to know them. I want them to be my friends.
Mate, honestly, it is. If you ever need a song like we were saying about A Few Too Many and Someday, this should be their Someday song that makes them go viral. Because if you cannot put that on and not smile, whip out an air guitar, and then just immediately immediately dance around your room, just I want to bounce off of all the walls. I want to feel this energy. It's one of those that makes you really miss concerts.
Well, it's an easy chorus as well.
It is. You can get whole crowds of people just being singing this back, and it will create such a great atmosphere.
Definitely. Well, I picked up on the artwork as well, so you'd have seen it while it was playing. But I'll pop it up. I don't know where. Here again. But yeah, so he's being tonight. I've kind of somewhere. I'll pop it up just opposite of me.
Be over here somewhere.
So yeah, obviously he's the guy's being sick in the toilet, but that I got messed up or you got messed up is coming out. It's just brilliant. It's so punk. There's nothing more punk than a cartoon of someone being sick. I love
the fact that he's being sick and there's a Pokeball coming out. I don't know if you've got there's a Pokeball coming out. One. You've got a cassette player, a pizza, and a record and a dagger. It's just how much punk do we need in it? We need all the punk. What do you mean? Chuck a fucking Pokemon ball in there. All right? We need more punk.
We do. Come on, college radio.
Spiky hair.
Yeah.
We've got so much more punk.
Yeah, I quite like the name as well. It's the name's just different. I mean, I think it's a very good name because college radio is said all the time in America. I mean, we don't have college radio over here, but for them, I suppose for us, it's more like hospital radio kind of stuff. We have those kind of independent radio stations, but there's a college radio, and just genius kind of way of advertising, I guess.
I think you know what, that is one of the most underrated bands for this year that I've discovered. Being how can you only have that many followers on Spotify and have a sound that good? Where I'm feeling I get you though, I really do. Like Knuckle Puck and Neck Deep, there are certain songs that make you feel that, but I haven't felt that happy since listening to old school Blink 182. I think With Confidence as well comes to mind.
Yeah,
for, how happy that makes me feel. Filthy by Wester has the same effect. I think it's one of the songs that I
Wester or Waster?
I don't know. Is it Waster or Wester?
I think it might be Waster. We'll go for Waster.
Damn it, I'm so sorry. I got my name wrong.
Yeah, we'll go with Waster. But yeah, another one's Rome for me. Have you heard Rome?
Oh yes, Rome. Plain Fiction, one of my favourite songs. I was supposed to go and see them with Confidence, because of course they're touring together at Slam Dunk, and damn you, coronavirus again, for ruining that. Yeah. I'm gutted by that, but yeah, these guys, I'll continue banging on about it. You know what? I'm hoping for the next time I get on, I would have found out if they've got merchandise or not, and I'm gonna come on wearing it. If not, I'll have a picture somewhere being like, these guys, these over here.
I think they have actually got some merch. I might have to buy some. So yeah, if you want to send some to us, by all means do it. But no, we want to support you. So honestly, we really want to support you. So yeah, we'll definitely get on there and buy some merch and bring some new stuff out because yeah, you're just awesome. I love you.
Bring out grey hoodies. Sorry,
Yes.
who said that? Who said that? I mean, come on. We don't need more grey hoodies.
Yeah, well, I'll get too hot in hoodies. I have to wear t-shirts. And I can't wait for the summer until I can wear shorts as well, I tell you, because I get hot in the winter. So
punk shorts. That should be the next thing on people's list. Punk shorts. Just have like some massive, weird merch punk shorts. I would love that. That would be crazy. Then you can go like full repping.
We'll do it.
What have you got? Got like an As December Fools hoodies and punky shorts.
Well, we'll do it. We'll bring it out. The Punkio shorts. There you go. Woo.
Punkio shorts.
Yeah, but no, I've got some amazing ideas.
Hilarious.
Some amazing ideas for merch. I can't wait.
I know we've got the next band coming up, and I want to discuss the name because one of the things I am going to ask them is this just a kind of name they've gone, this is a really good name, or is it Rick and Morty? I want to know if it's Rick and Morty or not. I think Keep Summer Safe is just such a great name as well. I love that episode of Rick and Morty. It's one of my favorite ones where it's like the AI in Rick's machine is like, keep summer safe. That's what I've been programmed to do. Not, keep summer totally stoked and all that. Right? It's like, wow, yeah, that's how you sound like. That's really how you sound like.
Maybe it isn't. I swear I saw something in there about Rick and Morty, but I could be wrong. But yeah, they're from South London.
London band.
Yeah, South London, mate. South London.
South London. From that side of the river.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just you're South London somewhere.
This is a Punkio podcast. We're not a geography podcast.
Exactly. We don't bloody know. So yeah, they're a 3-piece pop punk band from South London, and the track's called "Keep Summer Safe," and the song is called "Not an Apology." So here we go.
You said you'd meet me there. You said that I don't care. Ever since you walked out on me, this song is not an apology. I've been picking up the pieces.
So yeah, I think for us, only one band there that we really got, and that was NFG, Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory.
Definitely. I mean, yes, all right, kind of not the same as Jordan Pundik's voice, but I'm still getting the vibes from early 2000s Newfound Glory stuff.
Yeah, I completely agree on that. I did note down, like, I've just noted down pop punk bands under this one. I was like, bands that sound similar, I think, but don't actually sound similar. All the bands that I know that are pop punk, I'm like going, it's all the same. But
No, it's not.
Newfound Glory vocals.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah. So I really like them. I heard them. I think one of the guys put it in the group probably early this year, when we started going to lockdown, and I thought they were American at first, but then saw they were from South London. I'm like, these guys are damn good. I thought they'd be bigger than they are, but yeah, they're quite.
I love it. I love how catchy it is. It's a little bit one of those on, like, when you look on paper and you see the kind of length of the lyrics, right, and you're like, could it work? But the way the vocalist makes it, like, actually super catchy. I like it. It's really, really good. It's got really clean riffs. That was the other thing I wanted to say as well. The riffs were really good, and overall, another song which is like proper nostalgic, rebellious pop punk. Not as much as College Radio, and not as much as kind of Taking on Water, but it's definitely nostalgic and rebellious in its own right, and I like it. I feel like I've heard those styles of vocals, and yeah, I think it is Newfound Glory, because I've got a little bit of, like, listening to my friends in my head, and
Yes.
My Friend Over You has just come into my mind. Fun story. So I went to see them as part of the A Day to Remember Bad Vibrations tour. So this was when you had Moose Blood, Neck Deep, and Newfound Glory, and A Day to Remember. And I remember watching them in Cardiff and then rewatching it again in Birmingham with a different mate of mine. And I came to the same conclusion about Newfound Glory, which was live they weren't that big, and it was really weird. They've been around for what, over 20 years maybe,
Yeah.
and they came out on stage. And previously, Neck Deep was out on stage both times before that. And Neck Deep, even though you've got A Day to Remember, right, who are absolutely insane and stole the show and did some, like, awesome stuff. Neck Deep, just people were over the top for these guys and absolutely in love with their sound. And I didn't realize it. And then, of course, you have stuff like In Bloom that came out straight after. And you're like, I see why. These guys are really, really good. But Newfound Glory just didn't galvanize this crowd in the same way. And no one really knew their stuff. And they did their cover of Sixpence None the Richer. And, like, lead singer puts it out to the crowd. And the crowd was kind of coming back like, yeah, it's me. And then they went into, I'm glad they finished with My Friends Over You, because you have the whole crowd just being like, yeah, this is nostalgia, I like this is really, really awesome.
Definitely.
And they kind of then finished it off, but overall it wasn't really on the two times I saw them, wasn't really the strongest sets I've ever seen from a band. And certainly I've seen bands perform better, galvanize a crowd better than they did.
Yeah.
And that really sucks, because I think they're a big band in the States, right? They're a big band overall.
Yeah.
They've sold some incredible amount of records, right? And My Friends Over You is still an iconic record, and alongside, like, I should have listened to My Friends as well, and other songs that they've produced as well.
Yeah. Well, for me, that band has to be All American Rejects. They're one of my favourite bands of all time. But I saw them at Shepherd's Bush Empire, and I honestly just wanted to walk out. They were so bad live.
Oh, really? Wow.
That I just wanted to leave, but I didn't, and I'm glad I stayed, because they played the last song last, and that sounded epic live. If they did that the whole time, then I wouldn't have said this, obviously, but it just didn't sound right. I don't know if it was the sound engineer that was terrible, so I really don't know, but it just didn't sound right. But there we go. But maybe
I think that's another kind of thing as well. When I appreciate that. One of my friends is a sound engineer, and one of the pet peeves I always go to him going, what about a gig? For some reason, and it's the same with music that I've been hearing on this podcast as well. Some of the guys just whack the music up way too high for the vocalist to try and, like, go over the top, and you can't hear them actually sing. And it's really, really annoying. So you're like, yeah, I know this track, but I'm like, and is he singing? Is he like hurting his voice? Can I actually hear him? I cannot.
Yeah.
And I for me personally, I'd appreciate if the music was slightly down and I could hear the vocals more, because I've come for the vocals at the end of the day. I've come for the overall track.
Defo. Yeah.
I get there's some songs where you want the guitarist, right? But there's other songs where you want the vocals that dominate. You're here for the band. If I wanted to hear the vocals, I can hear that anywhere else.
Exactly, yeah. And I think for me as well, I think I might have to listen to a bit more Neck Deep, because I'm not a fan of them at the moment. They're not a band that do it for me. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to listen some more, because they're so big and people love them. Yeah, I know. I am as well, because I want to like them, but I just don't know. I'll listen to them again tonight, and I'll let you know in the morning.
Yeah. I'm just trying to look through some of the stuff that I've got on here. Life's Not Out to Get You. You've got Low Life. You've got The Peace and the Panic. They've done some. They did some absolutely amazing songs. So they did a cover of Torn by Natalie Imbruglia.
Yes, yeah.
I can't remember, and that was part of the songs. I forgot what it's called. I think it's like Songs I Would Die To, or something like that, or Songs That Saved My Life. And yeah, and that I think people really describe it well as there's certain songs that hit you differently. Like that song Torn is a big one to like my mum as such. It was one of her lovely songs that she enjoys or used to enjoy. And hearing that, I understood why in a completely different way. And it kind of still sits with me. I'll listen to it, and the vocals that Neck Deep produced to it are fantastic.
Yeah.
And someone else said that someone did a cover of it. I forgot who else did a cover of it. It's another famous cover band. I'm going to forget their name. And they also did a slightly different cover of it, but equally good in their own rights. But Neck Deep do it. Neck Deep do it for me as something that makes you resonate, and it makes you think. It makes you like stew and just like, man, this is tough.
I'll try. I'll see. I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll listen to some of their older stuff as well, and I'll let you know what I think.
Oh, completely. And yeah, one more song from that album, by the way. I think you should definitely check out Songs That Saved My Life, both Volume 1 and Volume 2. Check out With Confidence cover of Drops of Jupiter by Train.
I will.
They nail it. They absolutely nail it. As an acoustic song, I think their vocals are incredible, and it's one of my favourite songs.
They're a good band. I love their artwork as well, actually. With Confidence, they're good. I'll tell you what, we're going to jump into the next track. So these are nothing like the bands that we've talked about today, really. I suppose they're more so the heavier side of pop punk. And I get that from where they're from. So they're from France. And what I've found is the French bands seem to have this sound. So I don't know if it's kind of a different scene over there than it is in the UK and US. But have a listen. Tell me what you guys think and what you think as well. But we've obviously listened to it before. But yeah, so here we go. So 4-piece pop punk band, 2 trains left. The song's called Not Okay. Here we go.
Life is not what I wanted, but I've done everything you want.
First thing, I love the name because it's basically a summary of the UK's transport infrastructure. Every time I've gone to catch a train, just like, and there's only it's 2 trains left. For God's sake.
Yeah, they must have been thinking of that. Yeah, one of them must have been to the UK before.
Into London, trying to travel anywhere, and just being like, what do you mean? It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. How can there only be 2 trains left? 2 trains left. Write that down. That's a great band name. Write it down now.
Yeah. But yeah, for me...
Yeah.
Go on. There you go.
I was going to say preference. He's got a very good voice, but I think it should have been slightly clearer. That's the only thing I'll call out, because his voice is very, very, very good. And I don't try not to say that often, but it was just, I don't know, wasn't really produced as well as it could be, in my opinion. Sorry, guys. But it's a very strong song. Definitely understand why they've got, like, I think 15,000 on Spotify listeners. And music's really strong. Yeah,
they are very, very good. Yeah, I say I love the band name, and yeah, they're very good. But yeah, for me, they sound quite similar to, obviously you've got the 4 Year Strong kind of stuff, but there's a band called Handguns, who for me are the most underrated pop punk band there has ever been. I mean, they are, honestly, they're so damn good. Have you heard of them?
I have not, no.
They're unbelievable. I'm going to try and find some songs now by them. So this album, Disenchanted, yeah, honestly, one of my favourite albums of all time. So Self-Portrait's an incredible song. The Worst of Me, incredible song. The title track, Disenchanted, is so damn good. I mean, these guys... So their latest album came out in 2019, and I look forward to a new one, actually, coming out. I think they said they're doing one 2021. But yeah, I mean, they've only got 18,000 listeners on Spotify, and for me, I just think they're so damn underrated. But yeah, I've gone completely off the track of 2 Trains Left, but for me, they sound quite similar. So yeah.
Yeah. I got 2 very big names from the chorus. Neck Deep, A Day to Remember. Those were the 2 I heard in that chorus. And interesting enough, there was something that caught me out a little bit. I say caught me out, or I noticed. About 2 minutes 30, a little bit on from that, they do like a nice little homage, in a way, to Good Riddance by Green Day.
Yes.
You kind of... Because my mind just was like... And I was like, why am I doing... Oh, it's the riff. I like it. And I don't know if it's intentional, but I definitely heard the kind of... I think people understand at the end of Good Riddance, Time of Your Life, there's that kind of... but it's that... I was like, I like that quite a lot. But overall, good song. I just wish it was just a little bit clearer on the vocals, because the lead singer has got a really, really strong voice.
Yeah, it's 100%. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But yeah, following over it again, so with bands from different countries, you can sometimes tell that they're from that country, but you had no... If I wouldn't have told you they're from France, you would have no idea. You'd think they were British or US. Yeah,
I would have thought States.
Exactly.
I thought they were very, very it sounded really American. The sound was really American. Hence why I was like, A Day to Remember for me sounds strong. 4 Years Strong as well. Another great shout there. I heard a lot of that. I was like, man. When you were like they're from France, I was like, damn, I did not do my research at all. I just thought this was another band from the United States. Sorry, this is an amazing band.
Well, you do your research about your things, and I'll do where they're from and stuff, and we'll do that. It's fine.
One of us needs to learn geography, because quite frankly, we're messing up massively on this.
Yeah, France is.
Is that south of London, or is that north of London? I don't know, really.
God knows. I really don't know. East, west, south.
East London. Yeah, if you go that way.
It's East London, mate. Yeah.
It's East London.
Keep going, and we'll get to France.
Eventually, yeah.
Might have to have a bit of a swim, but you'll get there. Yeah. That's
Good luck. We're all counting on you, mate.
Yeah. There we go. Right. Okay. Jumping straight to the next one. So this band is from Idaho, in the US. A place called Boise or Boise. I don't know. Boise. However you say it. I really don't know. So,
I don't know how you say it, but I want to say it like boys.
Boys. Yeah, boys. Boys. That's from Idaho, mate.
I'm probably insulting that whole state, though. I'm so sorry. It's something that's bad. I'm so sorry, but it just had a great name. I love the name.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what you class them as. I'm guessing kind of alternative indie punk, really. So, yeah, a band called Young Planetary. Planetary,
yeah.
Planetary. Young Planetary, and the song is called Separate Rides Home. So here we go. Let's do it. So yeah, I think that song's punk because of the woos. You don't get many woos in pop punk anymore. Bring the pop punk woos back, peeps. Come on.
Woo!
Woo! Yes, that's it. We need more
It was
woos.
just like, yeah, we have the woos back.
That's it. But yeah, you had some good artists you thought sounded like.
Yeah, Offsprings I heard right from the start, and then I went through their had a look through their Inspro playlist. So and Broadside, Boston Manor, Def Havana. And I was like, I can see this and I can hear this now. Yeah, so I like the inspiration from Def Havana. It's a very, very good tune. I think they pick out in particular by them, which is Right Now I'm Anyone's. It's a fantastic tune by them, and I think it's one of the most underrated. It's probably one of the tunes I associate with Def Havana.
Yeah.
But I like that I can hear that in their music. Also the woo. I think the woos,
Exactly.
as we said, need to come back. But yeah, Offsprings, Broadside as well. I can definitely hear that.
Yeah,
in some of their
yeah.
stuff
For
as
me,
well.
the big shout on that one was Boston Manor.
Yeah.
So for me, that again at the beginning when I first listened to them, I was like, nah, don't like these guys at all. But after listening to a few more of their songs, I'm like, actually, these guys are a damn good band. So yeah. So you never know. Neck Deep might grow on me as well.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Okay,
You're not at 1,000 subscribers because all the other subscribers love Neck Deep. And they're like, how can you get a punk podcast and not like Neck Deep?
I know, right? Sorry about that. Right, okay.
I'm putting them in, going. I love them.
Yeah, good. We got a new one here. It's fine. Right, so we'll do the last song. So this band are called Maple Hill. They're an emo pop punk band from Ithaca in New York. I'm sure Ithaca is mentioned on American Pie somewhere.
I feel like it is.
Yeah,
I feel like it is.
I think it is, but I don't know. I'm not an American expert, as I say, but this isn't geography podcast. Who cares? So yeah, Maple Hill and Playing House. Here we go.
As I confide, my caution subsides. Will all my insecurity topple over and crush me? 'Cause it's all that I know, and all that I hope will be gone before too long. So I'll just try to hang on. But it's always easier said than done. Don't pick up the phone just 'cause you're alone. Discover solitude to the bone. Begin to find hope in an unspoken motivation. This isn't a home, you're just playing house in another sad imitation. You've got the space to grow, so make it a revelation. We were similar souls, both tortured and cold. How could I have been so wrong, believing we would ever belong? But it's always easier said than done. And still you said the words you know I took too hard. It's only now I realize the saddest part, that there was only one time, it was the first time again. Don't pick up the phone just 'cause you're alone. Discover solitude to the bone. Begin to find hope in an unspoken motivation. This isn't a home, you're just playing house in another sad imitation. You've got the space to grow, so make it a revelation. No time for hesitation, 'cause I've gotta move on now. This is me and I'm saving my goodbyes for when I'm already gone.
I mean, for me, there's only one band that I can really hear in it, and I apologise to all the people called, or the girls named Hannah, but it's a band called Kill Hannah. And I love their music. It's kind of modern rock with a kind of emo pop punk sound, and I think they definitely sound a bit like that. I mean, they might not have heard of them as well, but I think I like them. I mean, they're not a massive band, probably because of the name. It's not a very nice name, but yeah, I'm getting the vibes.
I got I the Mighty. That was one of the ones I got. So it's a band I got recommended on Spotify. It's going back over a year ago maybe, and it's similar vocals. And I don't want to say You and Me at Six, but it's one that comes to mind. It's just the way the vocalist sings. It's not, I wouldn't say it's breathy, but it's almost kind of breathy. And I don't know why You and Me at Six comes to mind. Perhaps it's what I feel like the music kind of sounds like. But it's a really, really strong track. It's such a chilled track as well. And I
Definitely
actually
is,
really,
yeah.
really like it. It's clean, strong vocals, strong sound. What I got was Every Avenue. Was another one that I got when I listened to this. Kind of like Tell Me I'm a Wreck. The kind of start of that song.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I like the band. They're a good band. Yeah.
Like that, but I can't think of it. It's going to bug me now, but I actually think it's a really, really strong song overall. I've got no complaints about it.
Yeah,
Completely
well,
different vibe to the last song.
yeah, definitely. Well, I'll send you Kill Hannah after, and you tell me if you think they sound similar, because there's definitely some similarities, I think, in the music. Some songs, not all their songs, they're very different. I don't know, but yeah, there we go. But yeah, so that's it for the music. So next week we have a band on called Halfway Atlantic. So you might remember I played their track in the first episode or second episode, I can't remember. But they're a really good band. Decided to get them on for a chat. So hopefully you can be on that one. But I'll send you dates and stuff over afterwards, and we'll get everything going. And yeah,
Sounds good.
I'm excited for next year. It's going to be utterly epic. So hopefully Halfway Atlantic can kick it off with an amazing, what do you want to call it, performance, if you like?
Can do, yeah. And you know what? I think it's a really awesome way to look at it. I'm hoping this really does take off and continue in the way it's going, right? Because over 100 subscribers, so over 100 people are actively choosing to listen to this, and
Exactly.
hopefully it goes up. And I'm hoping we get some awesome bands, and I'm hoping to at least message, like, cheekily messages somewhere. Someone's going to pick up and be like, yeah, sure, happy to come on or whatever, because there's so many bands out there, right, that just
Exactly.
are awesome. Like College Radio, for example. I'd never heard of, I heard of them a couple of times, and when you said there's only like 574 listeners, I'm like, that can't be right.
No,
and I'm
no.
like,
I know.
that sound is so good, and it still hits me now. I'm like, such a catchy song.
Yeah.
But no, all of them today were absolutely epic.
They were. Are we allowed to say our favourite, do you think?
Yes. Oh, you know what?
Okay.
Yes. I'm going to be strong because it's a new thing, and
Okay.
But I have to admit, I'm torn. I'm torn between College Radio, and I'm torn between them and I'm going to get the name wrong. Gaining Ground and
Okay.
Galactics.
Galacticas, yeah.
Galacticas, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because they sound so good. They sound like bowling for soup, and
Yeah,
I'm just so
yeah.
awesome.
No, for me, it's definitely college radio. If you're hearing this, guys, you need to get on this podcast. I don't care how we get you on. I will drive to America. I'll fly to America and record you. I don't care. I will do it. Not at the moment, though, because I'm not allowed to leave the country. But
It's Tim from the Punkio Podcast. Please let me in. I'm such a big fan. Please. I love you so much, college radio. Please let me in.
Yeah,
I've driven all this way because I forgot that aircrafts exist. Don't ask me how I got here. Just know that the car is broken and I can't go back home.
That's it.
Please just answer 5 questions.
Yeah. Yeah. It literally is probably about 5 questions, but they take their time to answer. But there we go. So, yeah. So a massive thanks for listening in. If you have, hopefully you have.
They switched off as soon as they saw me. They're like,
probably
God,
not him
this guy
again. So yeah, bringing this guy on full time, or mostly full time if you can do. So all good. Yeah, we've got some amazing things happening next year, as I say. So the next few bands, we've got Halfway Atlantic, we've got A Few Too Many, we've got Maggie from Glimmers as well, who are a massive band that are just, well, they're not massive yet, but they're 100% coming up. We got loads, so I'm really excited for next year. Sorry about that. We had a bit of a technical difficulty, and it decided not to work. So probably my internet. I was supposed to have 200 megabytes, but it never works out like that. So it's a crap. But yeah, we're finishing off anyway. So yeah, here's the 2021. And make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment. Anything else you want to say, Tom?
Share it if you're interested in coming on the show. I'm sure we'll be more than happy to get you on and get you talking, whether you're a fan or whether you're in a band or whether you're just a solo artist or you're looking for just to chat about punk or music. I'm sure it'll be awesome to get you on because we're all fans at the end of the day and we all love music.
Definitely. Well, yeah. So I've got a few ideas for co-hosts as well. This year, obviously, you'll be on as well because you're not you're a co-host. Yeah, you are a co-host, but you're the main co-host now. So the co-hosts.
The co-host.
Co-hosts. We've got a few. So they like punk. They want to talk about it kind of that way. Then we've got a few who've written books who I'm really looking forward to getting on. We've got a few from record labels that I want to get on. A few from music marketing companies as well. So yeah, it's going to be epic next year. So make sure you subscribe and wait for all the videos to come on. So yeah, it probably won't be as many as I did this year. 2 a week. It's probably mostly going to be 1 a week because it's exhausting. So you need a life as well.
1 a week's fine by me. 1 a week's fine by me.
So there we go. But yeah, so massive thanks for listening in, watching in today, peeps. And look forward to seeing you next week. So there we go. See you later.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Punkio Podcast. Remember, the views and opinions expressed in this show represents those of our guests and hosts alone. Tune in next week to find your new favourite punk band. Hit that subscribe button to never miss an episode.